There is one thing you're doing which is stopping you from painting loosely, and the worst thing is that you probably don't even know it's a problem. In this video I'm going to show you examples of master artists harnessing this powerful tool, what is the one thing that you're doing without even knowing it, and how anyone with any skill level can use this to paint more loosely. All while using this tool myself during this painting session. But first, let me show you what happens when I didn't use this. My paintings would turn out something like this. If your paintings are looking as tight or overworked as mine, then we have a problem. However, this means that what you're about to learn will help you greatly, like it did with me. This is Evansen, one of the most amazing artists that I admire for his looseness and freshness of his work. Let's play this clip of him using this tool to be more loose. Did you notice what he did? His bold and confident brushstrokes are key to having a loose painting. These are two very important components if we want to paint more loosely. But even painting confidently and boldly won't just magically make you a better, more loose painter. You have to allow something else to happen in your canvas to make this work. And there's where the master Zbuckvic comes in. He really needs no introduction, but he is recognized as one of the greatest watercolorists who lives today. Let's see him in action. There, do you see that? That's what he does best. Let me bring it back up so you can see it again. That is what he calls Mr. Bead. When the excess water from the brush accumulates on the edge of the steel dry paper. This helps keeping your paintings alive and flowing, especially when you're painting wet into wet. You can see that I'm doing the same thing right here. I might not be doing it as perfectly as he does, but I do try to build up some water and then use it to move down to the next section of the painting. This is extremely useful to make your paintings feel more connected and even bring out the best of the granulation properties of your pigments, as you can see in some parts here. However, this can lead to overworking your paintings if you don't use this thing that Zhong demonstrates in this video. And I probably butchered that name. Sorry, Yong. If you look closely, Yong is implementing the same two things that the previous masters did, but he is doing something very unique and very rare that has a major impact on how the work looks when it's done. Did you see what it was? He was using the least amount of brushstrokes as possible. This is known as brush economy. That is something that every great artist does. But these are all the benefits your art can attain if you use the same tool that they all used and that I am using right now. Do you see that giant brush that I'm holding? This is what they've been using, a big brush. If you're anything like me, you have probably used brushes that are no bigger than this. And they are the reason why our paintings turn out to be more tight, since they cover less surface area and they don't hold as much water. But knowing this doesn't mean that you're gonna paint loosely right away. So I'm gonna share with you my step-by-step process of knowing when to use the proper brush. Just like when serving and eating soup, you don't serve with a teaspoon because it would take forever, and you don't eat with a ladle because it would just be, well, uncomfortable. That's why a basic rule of thumb is that your brush and spoon size is dictated by the size of the area you need to cover. So a big brush for the sky and landmass, then a medium brush to define the major mid-value shape, and lastly a small to medium brush for the few details. Now that you know how to paint loosely and even have a perfect plan of attack, which is what all great artists have, there is one more thing that all greats do to constantly improve their art and never stagnate in their work, and you can watch this video to find out how. Thanks for watching.